how I built a seven-figure income ATM business from scratch. This is my personal journey. 25 years ago, I was like many of you, working long hours, trading time for money. Then I discovered something that changed everything, the ATM business. I didn't know regular people could own ATMs. I thought it was for banks only. But what happened is in 2000, the banks deregulated the ATM business and gave opportunity to people just like you and me to own our own ATM and make that surcharge money for our own personal income. Today I run a seven-figure ATM business, but here's the thing, my reaction was just like most people. That can't be true. I can own my own ATM. Let me tell you how I discovered it all works. So I started my journey in the music and games business. We put pool tables, pinballs, jukeboxes into bars and restaurants. One day I was collecting in one of our accounts and I saw an ATM. It wasn't there 2 weeks ago when I came to collect, and now it's there. When we got done with the collection, I went to the bar owner, said, "This is your end, this is my end." And I said, "Hey, what's that in the corner?" And the bar owner said, "Oh, that's an ATM." And I said, "Oh, I thought ATMs are only for banks only." And he said, "Yep, that's what I thought too." But the guy came in, said, "Would I like an ATM placed in my business?" And I thought, you know what? We could use an ATM because a lot of the people in here don't have cash anymore. They could go over to the ATM and they can get cash. And I said to him, "Oh, that's fascinating." I said, "Why didn't you ask me to put an ATM in your business?" And he said, "Phil, I didn't know you're in the ATM business." And I said, "I'm not in the ATM business, but I'm fascinated what you're telling me, that now I can own my own ATM and we can take the surcharge and I can collect the revenue." And he says, "I'll tell you what, if and when you get into the ATM business, you know what? I don't know that person. We don't have any kind of agreement with that person, and I'll put your ATM." It took me about 6 weeks to figure out the process, where to buy the ATM, how to do the processing, how to contact between yourself and the bank and Visa and MasterCard. Back then, you needed somebody to buy the ATM as you do now, and I convinced a friend of mine who was a music and games distributor to buy that ATM for me. They bought the ATM, we bought the ATM from them, we got hooked up with Visa and MasterCard or processors to facilitate that transaction, and then we were on our way. We got the ATM program, we put it into location. The guy, just like he told me, he kicked that other person out and we put it in. Keep in mind, I didn't have a contract back in those days. I learned that lesson later in life in the ATM business, and that person didn't have a contract. So we were able to go in and place our ATM into that location and start making money right away. And once I understood that principle and that practice, what we did is we did it over and over again. But in the beginning, that is how I started my ATM journey, with one ATM, placing it into a business. I had no idea what I was doing, but we quickly learned all the principles and the philosophy of how to make one ATM into a thriving ATM business. So today, 25 years later, being in the ATM business, I constantly look for ways to make money into either the ATM business or other parallel businesses that are filled with opportunity. I'm always looking for the same thing: one sale, residual income, and rinse and repeat. How do I do that? What do I do? That's the type of money that I'm interested in. Making money while you sleep. I found that it's the best way to do it, and it increases my odds and ability to make more money continuously. Principle number one sale. This is where you only have to sell the location owner one time. You have to convince them, if they're looking for a cash solution or a payment solution, that you are the best choice, that you know what you're doing, that you can make sure that that ATM is up and running at all times, full of cash, and you're going to service that. If they need a payment solution, that you are the go-to company, the premier company that can facilitate that, proving to them that the ATM business is the right move for them and you, and that you are the company that does this best. Number two, residual income principle. This is an easy principle, but could go wrong. The money from the surcharge will flow every day, and without fail, the only thing that will stop this is running out of cash in the ATM or having a communication problem which takes out your ATM. If you address those two things, make sure they don't happen, then you will make residual income day after day, week after week, hour after hour, month after month, allowing yourself to continually make money even while you sleep. And number three, rinse and repeat this principle, which means you're going to do initial sale, and then once you get the initial sale going, you're going to place your ATM, and then make sure that your ATM is communicating with Visa, MasterCard, and the other banks, and it always is full of cash. If you do this, you will make residual income, you will make only one sale, and then you will be able to scale your business from one ATM to two ATMs to more ATMs, as fast and as easy as you want to make it, you will be able to do that once you decide that the ATM business is the right business for you. Let me share something profound that I have learned over these past 25 years. Success in the ATM business isn't just about placing ATMs and collecting money. It's about building a sustainable operation that serves others while creating freedom for yourself. I went from working 80-hour weeks to building a business that generates income while you sleep. But more importantly, I helped countless others do the same. If you're watching this and feeling like I did 25 years ago, knowing there must be another way and a better way, you're right. The ATM business might be your path, just like it was mine, but only if you're willing to do it the right way. Remember, whether you start with one ATM or dream of building an empire, success leaves clues. I'm here to share those clues with you. Subscribe to the channel for more insights into building a successful ATM business. And if you're serious about getting started, check out our ATM Mastermind group. It's free to join and filled with like-minded individuals just like yourself. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time.